Hello everyone, this is Gloria from stampwithgloria.com. Today we are going to do a quick card with the Butterfly Basics set. This is actually a suite. You can also get the Butterfly Basics dies that go with it, and it's got a big monarch butterfly in, a littler butterfly that matches one of the images in the stamp set, and then a smaller butterfly that's very popular, and you're seeing it all over Pinterest and the internet. I'm going to show you how to do this technique called, it's bouquet or bokeh, depending on what region of the world you're from. I guess in Japan it's bokeh, and bouquet is the more the most used version of the technique. But it's basically, when photographers take a picture, they have like little bubbles, they have filters that they put on the lens, and then it softens the picture and makes it look kind of dreamy. So that's just basically the technique that we're going to do. So I'm going to show you how to do a quick fun card with that using this stamp set. And what you're going to need is your watercolor paper. And in watercolor, you do spritz the paper first and get it wet. And I've used 3 different colors here. I've got this little paint cell you can get at Joann Fabrics for like 50 cents, literally. And I start from light to dark, so I don't have to, and I've got 3 colors, so I really don't have to remember what order they're in if I go from light to dark. So it's Soft Sky, Blue Lagoon, Mossy, Meadow. And I just put a little drop in each cell. And then I'm going to use an Aqua Painter to spread the color. But first I'm going to spritz it. So this is actually our watercolor paper that we sell in the catalog. I'm going to spritz that up. So it's fairly juicy right now, and that's good because watercolor is kind of like that to make it a real dreamy look. And when you're starting to watercolor, you want to start in the middle, and you're going to do a very soft, subtle, soft sky in the middle. And then you'll pick up the lagoon, and you're going to go around the edges. Okay, so you don't have to be afraid of the color. This is going to be a lot much more subtle once I blot off the water. And then to kind of make it look like it's zeroing in on a picture, or there's foliage all around and you're kind of peeking in through the foliage, we're going to do the mossy metal around the outside. And you're going to do this kind of dark because once we blot it, it's not going to be that dark at all. So light around the edges a little bit, and then dark on the edges. Now I'm just using a napkin. You can use a paper towel, you use whatever you want, but to do this card rather quickly, if you're going to do it during a demonstration, then you just want to blot that water off really quick. Now, I kind of like that. It's kind of different because I'm going to do a couple of different things with it. So I'm going to take the fern that's in the set, and I'm taking Mossy Meadow, and we're going to ink that up. And because I've blotted it, it's fairly dry. So I'm going to stamp that right on. You want to hold it for a second so you get a nice dark image. We're going to pop that on there just like that. Isn't that cool? And then I think we'll do some in the background, and then maybe one real dark down on the bottom. Okay, so we've got that going on. I like that a lot, but now that we've stamped the image, it doesn't give that surreal quality of being like a watercolor image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz it. I'm just going to spritz it a little bit with water. See, it starts to bleed there, and the background bleeds, gives a real shadowy kind of look. And then I'm going to blot that. I'm going to blot that too, because once we do the bokeh background, see, now it's kind of like a shadow in the background, looks kind of brown. The green brings out the brown. It's all pretty looking, you know. We like that. We like to be creative like that. So now how do we do the bokeh background? Or bouquet, whatever way you want to say it. I have, let's see, these are the clear window sheets, and what I've done is I've just taken several different sizes of the circle punch, and I've punched out the window sheets. So you can see a couple of different sizes. So I'm going to start with the bigger, go down to the light, because the bigger bubbles will probably be in the background of a photograph. And I'm taking the Whisper White craft pad that we have in the catalog. The Stays On White dries too quickly. You can't really manipulate it, and you want to be able to manipulate this. Well, it's basically paint a little bit so you can get a cool look. Now, when you're doing the bubbles in, you don't necessarily have to fill in the whole bubble. You can go around the edge. So I went around the top edge here, maybe a little bit around that side. And then look, we get this really cool bubble. Isn't that cool? I just love this. So we're gonna do it here. Again, I am not gonna fill in the whole bubble to make it look like the bubble's translucent and you can see the bubbles popping out at you. Remember, you're going off the page a little bit, so make a bubble on the side. Isn't that cool? Let's go to some smaller bubbles now. They can overlap. It'll just give the illusion that the card's a little bit more three-dimensional. So we're just going to keep doing that here and there. And then, okay, so I've got a good look going on here, but now I want a little bit more intense look. So I'm going to just ink up the dauber and then hold it. And then so we're going to pop in some really nice darker circles around the area just to give it that three-dimensional look. We love it. I did this with some of my demonstrators last night. One of my demonstrators had a bad day, and she watercolored it first, and she says, "I hate this. This is so ugly, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Connie, boom, put the butterfly on." And she goes, "That's really cool." So it was really easy to make her happy last night when she put the butterfly on. So I did cut the butterfly out of one of the dies, and I cut it in black so it would look more like a silhouette. And then it's so easy to assemble this card. We're just going to use our fast fuse, or maybe not. Let me get it sticky. There we go. And stick it on. The fast fuse works great because it really does not let go of the paper once you've got it down. So we're going to put that on there. And it's easy to teach this at a demonstration because last night I taught it with my demonstrators and they all came out with a beautiful card. They were all happy with it. So it can be done if you want to just do it quickly. The key is don't think about what you're doing, just put it down. If you're OCD, don't think about it being perfect and even or anything like that. So it's so cool because I've got 3 different cards here and all of them have a slightly different look. Ooh, one thing I didn't do on this, which is kind of fun, it's just kind of a little addition, is I've got some soft sky ink in this little spritzer, and I'm going to do this off camera because I want some distance. But see, we put the little speckles on there. You can leave them dark or you can take and blot off again a little bit. I'm going to blot that big blot. But see, you get that nice little sparkle, that little speckle little look. Ooh, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. There we go. I did it on the bottom. Boom! Now we got a whole different looking card. Isn't that cool? All right, I am glad that you came to see me today. I promise I will get some more videos out. I've been a little lax lately, had a couple of things come up, went to leadership, enjoyed it immensely, but now I'm back to work. So I hope to be talking to you soon again. Thanks, have a great day.